I started working for the News Leader as a Girl Friday type thing. Nobody wanted to talk with me about a reporting position because I was handicapped and I didn't feel like I could do the work. So after a year at the News Leader in a Girl Friday position, I became a full-time reporter. And I did that by starting to just write stories. I would answer the phone a lot, and it would be somebody giving an idea for a reporter, for a story idea. So instead of passing that idea on to the reporter, I decided I could write them as well as the reporter could. So I started writing them and just dropping them in the inbox without asking anybody about it. And I heard the managing editor and the city editor one day talking about it. You know, it's good and we'd like to use it. And the managing editor was kind of gruff, said, well, as long as she understands she doesn't get any more money for it. Well, I would have emptied trash cans at that point. I wanted to be a reporter so bad. And of course there were not many women reporters on the city desk, and that was what I really wanted to do. So I became a reporter. But they created a special pay scale for me. At that time, women were not on the same scale with the men. And so they put me in between what the city desk reporters were and what those in the women's, it was called the women's department then, what their pay scale was. And, but after a year, my evaluation, the pay wasn't, the special pay scale was not mentioned. But they just said, well, we're going to give you X number of dollars as a raise, which is a nice little raise for you, and it was. And it put me on the scale with my coworkers, which I was overjoyed about. I felt I'd finally made it. And I worked at the News Leader until '91 when the papers merged. And then I went with the Times-Dispatch and stayed there until I retired in January of 2007 after 42 years and 3 months. And I still do some freelance writing, not a whole lot, but a little bit.
That's awesome.
I joined Virginia Press Women it was the early 80s or 70s. It must have been in the 70s. Because I've been a member for more than 40 years now. And the organization wasn't terribly old. You know, Myrtle Barnes and people like that were the members. And I was sort of alone in the newsroom with all of these men, and there were very few women to use, you know, for mentors. And this gave me a chance to have women as mentors and to learn a lot from them, which I really feel like I did. Oh my gosh, over the years in Virginia Press Women, I was the contest chairman twice. I was a Richmond director. I think I did that twice too. And then treasurer and now secretary. Well, it helped. Virginia Press Women has always helped me stay tuned into what's new and what's going on in the world of journalism. And I think I learned so much in the beginning from other women. And still, you know, we support each other and help each other. And I've had other people in the organization give me story ideas when it was something they couldn't do. And that's been nice. Friendships in Virginia Press Women have been very, very valuable too. You know, it's one place you can go where people will understand what you're talking about and always know the right thing to say to help you move along. And it's very encouraging and very uplifting.